warm day, making it to 70 degrees with some gusty winds and then a beautiful weekend in store for us. I'll have all those details coming up. Now at 10, a long-awaited road project underway. What you need to know about the closure of the Grovetown-Lewiston Road exit on I-20. Plus, tragedy on the University of Georgia campus. What we know so far about a woman's death today. And major changes could be coming to Richmond County schools. These stories and more as your news at 10 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 10 on MeTV.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jenny Montgomery. Thank you for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins as the GBI is investigating a death on the campus of the University of Georgia. And tonight, the president of Augusta University informed faculty, staff, and students that the victim is an AU student at the College of Nursing campus in Athens. Investigators say they got a call just after noon from someone concerned after their friend never came home from a morning run. They searched the intramural fields and found a woman's body with visible injuries in the woods near Lake Herrick. The woman's identity has not yet been released. Foul play is suspected.
The victim was not a student of the University of Georgia, but we're not going to leave any rock unturned on this investigation. That's why I brought in additional resources to GBI and the Athens-Clarke County Police Department. We'll continue to work the case together, and we'll follow all leads.
According to Dr. Brooks Keel, classes at UGA are canceled tomorrow, but the campus will remain open with counselors on site. Classes on the main campus in Augusta will continue as normal. New tonight, the Richmond County Sheriff's Office is investigating a body found at Glen Hills Drive at Tulloch's Hill. Their deputies found a man with at least one gunshot wound. He was pronounced dead at the scene, and his identity has not yet been released. Glen Hills Drive is currently blocked off at Barton Chapel Road and Tom's Drive. We'll keep you updated with the latest on this investigation. The long-awaited construction at exit 190 in Columbia County is finally underway after a month of weather delays. The exit and parts of neighboring roads are closed for 4 days. Hannah Latier has details.
It's the final major phase of the Lewiston Road widening project, and it will make it easier for cars to turn left on and off the interstate.
There's still some ancillary work that needs to be done. There's still the roadway topping on the main line that needs to be done, and all that will be done once the bridge work's completed.
The exit 190 interchange and overpass and parts of Lewiston Road and Horizon South Parkway are closed.
Right now, just to be able to not be able to use the road is going to be a hassle. Try to get to work.
The road work is putting drivers I spoke to out of their way, but they hope the finished product will reduce traffic.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Ever since they opened William Few right here, it's been really congested. This section needed some help with the traffic. So, I mean, I understand, I hate that I couldn't go to the right, but...
They also hope when all of it is said and done, Lewiston Road will be easier to navigate.
Hopefully it makes it better than what it is, because right now, as you can see, as the construction was progressing, the lanes were changing a lot. They were expanding or they were making them wider.
County engineers are urging you to give yourself more time to get to your destination and to pay attention to road signs.
Construction should be complete by Monday morning. Detours will be at the Bel Air Road and Appling Harlem exits. The death of an Augusta man has now been ruled a homicide. The coroner tells us 31-year-old Damon Parrish died from a gunshot wound. Parrish was found dead in Aiken County over the weekend after being missing since January 8th. 21-year-old Caleb White is wanted for questioning in Parrish's death. Investigators also need your help finding a missing woman in Richmond County. They're looking for 34-year-old Caitlin Rouse. She was last seen on February 19th on Roxbury Court. Rouse has cerebral palsy and needs her medication. Anyone with information should contact the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. An attempted cop killer in Burke County has been sentenced to nearly 300 years in prison. In November 2022, officers responded to a home on Southside Drive after a woman reported being assaulted by the father of her children. When deputies got there, 33-year-old Kevin McCardle opened fire on them while holding two children in his arms. Officers returned fire, striking McCardle in the leg. Today, McCardle was found guilty on 25 counts and sentenced to 270 years confinement. It is time now for our first check of the forecast. Here's meteorologist Jenna Petracci.
Well, some big changes compared to the last few nights. We are looking pretty good outside right now. There is definitely no rain, but there are some clouds, and those clouds are helping to keep things a bit warmer tonight. Here's a live look in at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over in Aiken. Today's high temperature was a warm 70 degrees, though we did start out the day very chilly with a low of 31. Right now, our temperatures are much warmer than the 30s. We are actually still seeing some 60s all the way into the 10 o'clock hour. 62 in Thompson, 59 in McCormick, Swainsboro at 61, Augusta, our coolest spot at 55 degrees, 59 in Waynesboro, and 61 as well in Washington. Temperature change is definitely very drastic. We are anywhere from around 15 to 20 degrees warmer than last night, and as I mentioned, that's partly due to the cloud cover overhead and also this high pressure to our south, which is driving in a southerly wind and bringing in all that warm moisture from the south. So there's a closer look at some of the showers approaching us right now, all in northwest Georgia, and then it's behind this cold front where we'll have to watch for some thunderstorms that will eventually move into the area tomorrow. There's that wind coming in from the south, a little bit breezy tonight, anywhere from around 5 to 12 miles per hour, and winds will definitely pick up the pace tomorrow morning. Southwest around 14, and those gusts around 20. It will also be overcast with the rain from 5 to 8 a.m. and the chance of some of those storms. Also very gusty winds all throughout the weekend as well. We will have clearing skies though. Friday afternoon we'll start to see the sun come out, and it will be sunny all weekend long with some cooler temperatures. So a lot going on over the next few days, along with a big warm up next week. I'll have all those details coming up in the full forecast, but back to you, Jenny.
All right, Jenna, we appreciate it. The Richmond County School System announcing some major changes that will happen over the next few years. This is part of the proposed 5-year facilities master plan that was released last week. The plan calls for some schools to merge, meaning that some schools would be closing if things move forward. The two notable schools closing would be Josie and Glen Hills High Schools. School leaders say the plan is simply a rough draft, but the hope is to benefit everyone involved.
It's not done to erase the memory of any school name. It's not done to upset parents. It's not done to change our busing schedules. What it's done is to take full advantage of what programs these schools will have in them for the students who are attending school today.
The Board of Education will have public information sessions with families in the coming weeks. The first will be at A. Brian Mary Elementary School on March 4th. A historic hate crime trial involving the death of a transgender woman from Allendale is continuing in Columbia, South Carolina. Daquah Ritter is accused of killing Dime Doe, who was born a male but identified as a woman. Today, 4 people testified, including Xavier Pinckney, who talked about conversations with Ritter about Doe. According to Pinckney, they discussed rumors about an intimate relationship between Ritter and Doe. We have a news crew following the trial. North Augusta High School is celebrating the groundbreaking of its new baseball and softball fields. The teams will finally have their own fields after a decade of 1-cent sales tax to build them was approved. The teams, coaches, students, parents, and the community are thrilled for the school coming out to celebrate the event together after waiting for a decade for ground to break.
I tell you, this community comes out and supports athletics. They support the school, and they've always done that, and they will continue to do it. And like I said, having it on campus is going to make it even that much better.
There will be 2 fields with stadium seating, scoreboards, lights, restrooms, concessions, and locker rooms. Construction will begin around the beginning of June, and it's expected to be complete by March of 2025. Still ahead, a look at curbing homelessness in the CSRA, what Augusta University faculty and community leaders said at a panel today. as your news continues.
And it's a warmer night, low of 52 this evening, and then we will drop right back down to 32 over the weekend. Then those temperatures rebound back up into the 50s next week. So a lot of temperature swings, and we'll break down all those details when we return.
Coleman. Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good Thursday evening, almost the weekend already. It's definitely been a beautiful week so far. We've had some very cold starts to the day, though. We were right back down into the low 30s this morning. But now the tables have turned. It is a much warmer night. Here's a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam at Doctors Hospital. Believe it or not, we are still sitting at 55 degrees, and we really won't cool down much more than that. Dew point of 37, still plenty of dry air in place, but starting to see some more moisture move in with a south wind coming in. Temperatures right now mostly in those low 60s. 62 in Sparta, 61 in Sandersville, upper 50s as well in McCormick, and 56 towards the east in Bamberg. That wind up to 5 miles per hour now here in town, 8 in Aiken, and 6 down in Wrightsville. All of this southerly flow helping to warm us up. High pressure also to the south, generating that southerly wind, and a cold front is approaching. So this is going to bring us the chance of rain and even some thunderstorms tomorrow. Right now, just some scattered light rain showers in northwest Georgia, but it's behind this cold front where we'll have to watch for some thunderstorms that could get a little bit strong at times tomorrow, but it will be in and out pretty fast. Notice tomorrow morning we'll have that chance of rain with the overcast skies. That continues through 9 a.m., but by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we're done with it. And then by 5 o'clock, we'll actually be nice and sunny. A warm day tomorrow, making it to 70 degrees, pretty much the same temperature we had today. We are cooling down, though, into the weekend, all the way down to 60 on Sunday. But that cool down does not last for long. We are right back into the 70s next week and all the way up to 77 next Wednesday. Into the last few days of February, it will definitely be very warm. And we're also going to have some windy conditions over the next few days. Those wind gusts around 25 to 30 miles per hour for your Friday and Saturday, eventually settling down on Sunday. So here it is on Futurecast tomorrow at 6 a.m., that cold front knocking on our door. As I mentioned, though, in and out. And notice we'll have that northwesterly wind behind it, clearing skies, and then we'll just have a weak trough come through on Saturday. I'm expecting some shower activity around the Midlands, but for us in the CFSRA, we should stay dry with plenty of sunshine on Saturday and sunshine again on Sunday. Here's a closer look at home, though. 4 a.m., you may start to hear some rumbles of thunder, definitely becoming heavy in our northwestern counties around 6 a.m. By 8 o'clock, very scattered across the entire region. And then by noon, it's just going to be our southern lying counties that could have some stronger storms. But as I mentioned, nothing that we're too concerned about here, especially when it comes to flooding. Rainfall totals well under half an inch, and a lot of places under a quarter of an inch. That severe weather threat is only for a small portion of Bamberg County. The rest of us not under a threat. As I mentioned, nice sunny skies this weekend, cooler in the 60s, low of 32 on Sunday morning. But for tonight's lows, we are in the 50s. Highs tomorrow near 70 degrees. In your 10-day forecast showing the warm temperatures once again next week. High is 72 on Monday, all the way up into the upper 70s by the middle of next week. We're also going to have another chance of storms on Leap Day.
All right. Thank you so much, Jenna. Augusta University is looking for solutions to the increasing homeless numbers in the Garden City. The Homelessness Information Series kicked off at the JSAC, where local government officials, faculty, and students came together. Panelists emphasized that homelessness can happen to anyone and can stem from many different reasons like addiction, financial burdens, and more. Their goal is to help find more solutions that lead to fewer homeless people.
I don't believe we can do this in silos, so I believe there's opportunity to leverage the partnership. It's one thing to know of them, but I do believe there's opportunity to work more in depth with them and do more intentional work to build the bridge, if you will, between our community and our students.
The next part of the series focuses on human trafficking. It will be held on April 23rd at the AU Coffee Lounge on the Somerville campus. Still ahead, lawmakers on the clock to meet their next budget deadline. What Republican leadership is doing so far when your news continues.
Come on into Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. It's tax time, so when that refund comes in, it's the perfect time to get the furniture you've always brands you trust at the lowest prices, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
Amateur.
If you've been arrested for a DUI in Georgia, you may only have 30 days to protect your license or your privilege to drive here. Hi, I'm Tiffany Duckett of DUI Duckett, the DUI firm here in Augusta. Visit our website at DUIDuncan.com and see what we've done to help so many drivers. If you've been arrested for a DUI in Georgia, call me now for a free consultation. While the firm, of course, cannot guarantee results, we do guarantee hard work and fast action.
Remember the name, DUI Duncan.
Come on in to Davis Appliance and Furniture, where you can find the best deals in town. It's tax time, so when that refund comes in, it's the perfect time to get the furniture you've always wanted. For the brands you trust at the lowest prices, visit us at Davis Appliance and Furniture.
All our physicians are capable of treating this condition.
Over the years, thousands of people have gotten their hands on one. And who knows, you could be next. Win your very own Good Morning Augusta coffee mug at WJBF.com/coffee club. Sponsored by Honda Cars of Aiken. Let's face it, news is complicated. That's why WJBF.com makes it easy. Get clear, accurate stories that don't waste your time. Plus, get the latest video in one click with WJBF Plus. Get it all at WJBF.com. Now, WJBF sports coverage you can count on.
Several local teams advancing through the first round of the Georgia State basketball playoffs and on to the Sweet 16, which begins Friday. In South Carolina, the girls from Denmark Olar on to the Final Four, and the boys from McCormick play for their spot in the Final Four tonight. And a pair of private schools will play for their state championships on Friday. The boys from Augusta Christian look to make it 3 straight state titles when they take on their rivals from Cardinal Newman. That's the team they beat in last year's title game. The Lions have 6 seniors, and they're led by Braylon Smith, the Skiza 4A Player of the Year, and Khalil Pratt, who's named All-Region, 23-7 record, including winning the Damian Lillard Invitational Classic out in California. Part of the growth head coach Brandon Dotson has seen from this year's new-look Lions.
It's a few reasons. I think number one, the guys have bought into each other. This is a brand new team. You know, graduated a good bit of seniors last year, had some kids transfer out this year. Brand new team. And so we had a rough beginning. Guys had to learn the culture, learn the system, learn each other. And so we pretty much traveled all over the country from the West Coast to all over up and down the East Coast. And we found ourselves a little bit after Christmas break. And we used that time to really just hone in on what our team culture is. And guys just pushed through. I think right now we're just in a season of believing.
And as for their familiar foe in the title game, they split this season series 1 win each, both decided by less than 3 points. And Dotson says they know what to expect on Friday.
It's going to be physical. It's going to be physical. It's going to be a bunch of athletes on the floor on both sides. They're well coached. Pretty much a historical program in Skiza. No stranger to each other. But the game plan is going to be the most disciplined team wins. Whoever's the most disciplined team, whoever can pretty much stay steady, not get too high, not get too low, that's who's pretty much going to win the game, who's committed to the small things. And so that's going to be our aim tomorrow, to just do the small things right, play hard, play together. Go.
So here's the matchups. Both of these games will be Friday in Sumter at the Civic Center. Curtis Baptist girls play at 4, followed by the Augusta Christian Lions later at 7:30.
He passes off to Dixon. Dixon to Johnson. Johnson pulls up. Johnson on the bank end. The bank is open here at the Convocation Center.
And what a finish at the Convocation Center Wednesday night. Tyler Johnson's buzzer-beating three-pointer, giving USC Aiken Pacers the 76-74 win over USC Buford. The Pacers now 20-5 on the season, and our very own producer, Jordan Phillips, on the call for the play-by-play. We will be right back.
Hi, folks, this is Sam.
For online, Pinnacle is Augusta's one bank for life and a proud partner of Salute to Service.
For more than 40 years, our family has been confidently serving the CSRA. Our friendly and knowledgeable team at A&D is here to help you from design to install. Don't leave your project in the hands of subcontractors. Our in-house certified flooring installers are the most trusted in the business. We offer free in-home consultations and financing options up to 48 months interest-free to help bring your vision to life. A&D Carpets and Hardwoods. Come see us today.
And last but not least, a Walmart employee in Pennsylvania lost a ring containing the ashes of her mother while she was working. And after an effort to find it on social media, it was found yesterday.
Tristan Kleinefelter takes us to a teary-eyed reunion.
Skylar Langenfelter lost her mother a year ago. In her memory, she got a cremation ring, a priceless reminder of her mother's love. Then one day while working, she looked down and noticed the ring was missing.
And I just happened to look down and I found that it was gone. I didn't know where it was, so I just looked around everywhere and I couldn't find it.
She instantly went into a panic, desperately searching for it at home and at work. She posted about the missing ring on social media, but began to lose hope that she'd ever see it again. That is, until a coworker spotted the special treasure.
And turned the card on the backside, and on the bottom shelf, there was the ring.
The ring was found in a spot she didn't think to look and was immediately returned, along with Skylar's smile.
I feel like I'm gonna cry, and I was like, why? What's wrong? And she's like, she showed me the ring. I was just like, are you serious? Like, I was just so ecstatic and just so excited, and I just gave her a big hug.
I got a little teary-eyed. You know, I knew she was having a hard time, and losing that ring made it, worse, and just giving it to her felt like it would give her a little relief.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that worked out.
I know,
Yeah.
that gives me chills, like just
Yes.
to think you could find it in a Walmart.
In the car, and the
that
way it
little
fell in that
space.
little cart.
Wow, amazing. Definitely a miracle. Our 10-day forecast looks pretty good this week. We do have the rain and storms tomorrow morning, but it will be in and out very fast by the afternoon. A warm afternoon with a high of 70, gusty winds all day long, and staying windy on Saturday as well. Cooling down over the weekend, high of 60 on Sunday, then warming back up next week.
And that's all the time we have for now. The news continues at the top of the hour on News Channel 6 at 11.
And Hogan's Heroes is next here on MeTV.